So we go with the next one, Bhuta. What is Bhuta? You explain in whatever way you want. It doesn't matter whether it is in line or not in line. Shouldn't matter. From now on, you can explain whatever you want. Only Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, I wanted to do it. But now those 10 things will not get impacted. There's nothing called 10 things from now on. There would be something, but not 10 things. Yes, go ahead.
I think it means come into existence.
Coming into existence, okay. Good one. But existence is bhava, not bhuta.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. So, what do you understand by bhuta? Take your time, nothing urgent, nothing is killing us that you have to finish it right away. I need your explanation, not as per Buddha, not as per whatever. What do you mean by bhuta? Or whatever you understand. So don't worry. It need not be right. I'm not going to tell you that how can you say like this and all that. It's fine. Only for 4, I was little bit like that. But from now onwards, nothing. Till we go to Nibbana. No issues. Yes, Aryu.
Come into form. Form.
Coming into form. Yes, that's right. That's very apt answer. Yes. So Bhuta means manifested. Like in the Karaniya Metta Sutta, Bhutava Sambhavesi va. Bhuta means that which has got manifested, that which has come, that it has can be seen. Okay. So Yatha Bhuta Jnana. Then that also there is Bhuta. Right? So Yatha Bhuta. They put it as it is. No. What is manifested? What has arrived? Right? So let's take an example. Go to the airport. You're sitting in the departure. There's no plane, just a tarmac. So it's not Bhuta. It will be Sambhavesi. That means it's going to be arriving. Okay. So when it arrives, you don't say Sambhava or Sambhavesi, that which is coming. It has come, which is the plane. That is the Bhuta. Got it? Now, what is the problem with that? Is you always see it permanent. It's always there. Like San Francisco International Airport is there. Sleeper Avenue is there. Mountain View is there. Googleplex is there. Cupertino is there. Like that, you can keep on adding. Sonoma is there. Washington is there. Seattle is there. Like that, we keep on adding things over things because it's Bhuta. So everything that exists right now is Bhuta. iPad to your mobile phone to computer to your car to your bedroom to your sofa or to the bed or to whatever is Bhuta. Got the point? Now, I getting iPhone 16 is Sambhavesi. It's going to arrive. But as of now, it's not arrived. You got the point? Couldn't get it. So, dhitava, seen, adhitava, unseen, bhutava, which has arrived, sambhavesiva is going to come later. So, all beings have this ability to manifest and not manifest, arrive or not arrive, to become or not to become. So, when they become, when they arrive, you can see. So, you take it to be true because it arrived. Can you tell me United States didn't arrive? It arrived in 1777. It arrived. There was no America as United States. So it just arrived. What about India? Been there as this, that, whatever, but India as India came on 15th of August 1947. It arrived. So Bhuta, it became. Now you have an India. Previous to that, one day before, it was no India and Pakistan and Bangladesh either. It was just a piece of land, a huge land. But then, after it partitioned into Pakistan and India, the Bangladesh was not there. It didn't arrive. So the person, a Puttujana, takes it to be true, even though it is created. But that's a Puttujana way. It's created. It was never there. No, it was there. Okay, take it. And that's the reason it's called his story. His story. So everyone has their story. So you create a his story. I create a his story. Whatever the story I want to say, how it arrived, right? So I want to know how it arrived. So there is a story behind it. So basically, Bhuta means that which has arrived. And how did it arrive? Is the question. I would say it arrived by the womb. If it is a human, if it is a mammal, I will say it arrived by, again, womb. And if it is a bird, I say that it arrived due to egg. It's a plant. It arrived by asexual reproduction, stamen and pistils. It arrived. There is a seed, and the seed arrived. And when the seed arrived, it created life. It arrived. Any question on the Bhuta? Or did you understand, not understand everything that is seen, heard, sensed, cognized is Bhuta? We're going to come to that later, is the part of the 24. But right now, you need to see, or you need to understand. Let me use a proper word. You need to understand from a Puttujana perspective, Bhuta means that it's going to be there. Even if Chennai had so much of rains, it was flooded, but still Chennai remains. Even though Florida was flooded, New York was flooded, so many other places were flooded. After the water receded, New York remains and Florida remains. Like that, any place remains because it is Bhuta. It has no death. It's arrived. So unless it goes out of manifestation, then we can say that it exists. So it has a form. So New York has a form. How? You have a map. Simple. What do you mean how? San Francisco has a map. Mountain View has a map. Like that. Cupertino has a map. Bangalore has a map. If you take Maharashtra, it's a state, it has a map. So you divide something and say, there is Maharashtra. Oh, wow, that's nice. So you created something and you said, this is Maharashtra. Yes. So people residing in Maharashtra are called Maharashtrians. It's Bhuta. So if I ask these people who are most of them are from Maharashtra, they would say, I am a Marathi person. I love being a Maharashtrian. A Puttujana, if I go and ask him, do you celebrate Maharashtra Day? He says, yes, 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 I love it. And that's stupidity because he just created something. Then he will say, we are independent. The 15th of January, sorry, 15th of August 2000, whichever that year comes, now it is 2025, he will celebrate India's Independence Day. Same thing with 4th of July in the case of America, and can be some other day for some other country. But there is Bhuta. It came into existence. It arrived. Never there. So a Puttujana holds on to that. Manyana. That Bhuta is true. It's real. Yatha Bhuta Jnana is also the same one. Bhuta, it's real. It arrived. Now you might ask, oh, what? Then Buddha is also imagining. No. When you get into the truth of it, it's still Bhuta, but not the Bhuta what is being created. This is uncreated. This is created. This is established and that is unestablished. That's the difference. Yatha Bhuta Jnana is unestablished. Bhuta Jnana is established. This is established on name and form, on consciousness. As simple as that. But let's forget about Buddha Dhamma for time being. If you ask anyone, does America exist? And he would say yes. If somebody were to be asked, is this your home? And he says yes. If somebody were to be asked, is this your car? And he would say yes. And somebody were to be asked, is this road what you're staying? And he would say yes, because it's Bhuta. Now, will it ever go out of his memory? No. Unless he gets into dementia. Only in that case, he can't recognize the house or the car or the road or whatever. But if it's a normal person, a sane person, having a normal cognitive ability, even though he is a 90-year-old, were to be left at four corners of a road, he would still come back home. Because there is Bhuta in him. And that will bring him back. What's the point? This body arrived when? Somewhere in January of 1971. And it came out on 6th of November 1971. It's Bhuta. So on that day, my parents started seeing me as their child. But if I were to be asked, Vilas, when did you arrive? It's on 3rd of Jan 1971. And when are you going to depart? And that's going to be there. Absolutely going to be there. So on that day, the Bhuta is gone. There's no longer a Bhuta. So till that happens, there is a Bhuta. So a normal worldling who has not seen an Arya would take this Bhuta to be real. And since he doesn't know Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo either, Bhuta he doesn't know is made up of these four only. Everything is made out of these four. San Francisco is made out of what? Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasha. There can't be any San Francisco without these four elements, right? And taking space. So San Francisco has taken space. Simple. If a bomb were to be dropped on San Francisco, a nuclear bomb, just like Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it gets pulverized. And no San Francisco, no Bay Area, no Googleplex, nothing. No trams, no parks, nothing. It has arrived, but it's going to depart. But I wish it doesn't depart. That's my wish. So let's say I get bugged up with San Francisco. I don't like it. So I move to Midwest, say somewhere in Dallas. I don't worry about San Francisco anymore. I don't care. What happened to the Bhuta? It's gone. But Puttujana feels San Francisco still exists, and I'm now in Dallas. That's what a Puttujana viewpoint is. Let's say he goes to Atlanta, Georgia. He thinks Georgia exists in truth and fact. Atlanta exists in truth and fact. Texas exists in truth and fact. Not only that, Dallas, where he was staying, also exists. And his earlier home was San Francisco. California exists, and also San Francisco. So he is oblivious to everything. Just oblivious. He thinks it's there. The mayor of, let's say, California now changes it to some other name. He dislikes it. Just like a few years ago, there was a county in US which was not used. Not at all used. It was just a weird place of land without any great thing. In Oregon, a sannyasin from India arrived there with his troops, his people. And he went to the office and they renamed it to Rajnishpuram. And from the day of that christening of that place, it became Rajnishpuram. And how it was, everything in records got changed to Rajnishpuram. That became a county in Oregon. And that's it. So now it is Bhuta. Before that, what happened? Just a piece of land. Nobody wanted it. Some villages were there, some residents were there. They were doing their own things. some kind of farming and all those activity. And these people came inside that county and took over. And the mayor changed it to Rajnishpuram. It becomes Bhuta. It arrived. Now it's live, it's there. So till the time Rajneesh was removed from United States, or Osho had to leave United States, it was Rajneeshpuram. And they renamed something. And from that day, Rajneeshpuram went away and it became something else. Now, after so long years, people have forgotten all about Rajneeshpuram. But untaught worldling thinks there is Rajneeshpuram. He attaches to it. If I am a Osho follower, I would love it. I would love to go there one day to see how my teacher was staying in that place. If I hate it, if I am a hater of Osho, I would like to go and see how these people suffered. Why? It's Bhuta. It has come to be. Yes, Aryu.
That means as ignorant as we would be if we go to Mahabodhi temple.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You said it right. You said it right. If Buddha were to be in Mahabodhi temple, or if the Buddha were to be in still residing in that Jetavana, or a Buddha was still residing in that Bodhi tree, how a Puttujana would be, you can see how they take the leaves and keep in their book as though they found the Buddha. Yes, Archana. Archana, I can't hear you. Ah, I can see you and hear. I think I can hear. No, I can't hear. Not able to hear. Do one thing. You exit and again join. It'll work. So, everything we do in life is because of Bhuta. You know why the reason the disciples of Buddha were not pleased? Because of this. Yes, not yet coming. I don't know, for some reason. But your video is fine. Absolutely fine. So, you know why they were not happy? Because of this. See, you see a Buddha in front of you and you revere, and that person says, "How crazy are you? You think I exist? What a stupid guy are you?" Just look at a slap on their face. They would have been silent with these four. But when Bhuta started, then the Deva, then after the Deva, Pajapati, after Pajapati, Brahma. Like that, he goes to Neva Sanya, Na Sanya also. These people say, wow, what? I can't be in that too? And then he breaks their bone by saying, Nibbana is also a Putujana way of seeing. Just imagine the shock, what would have been felt by the followers of the Buddha who were monks, doing everything to attain Nibbana. And one slap. So that after the end of the sutta, nobody spoke. Yes, let me read out what you have written. In the Pali department taught that to us when Buddha meditated in the place and whichever places he had been, energy was still there, and the relics have powerful energy too, which helps in meditation. Yes, Archana, you are absolutely right. A Bhuta is like that only. You have to create a story. And I'm telling you again, MN1 will change your perception forever. You be ready to get slaps from Buddha. Yeah, well, sorry, Ashwin, you are on mute.
I'm saying we got a slap now already. Not required with the.
So don't take Bhuta to be true. Like Puttujana takes it, that's it, nobody else. So he says, na manyati. No, don't take it. Na manni. Look, when we come to the Sekka, you will enjoy it. Okay. So what happens here? In 2018, I had gone with one of my Dhamma friend. At that time, none of you were in Bhuta. So one Bhuta was a person named Lasanta. He's a Sri Lankan. He's a Bhuta, just like me. Okay, so we went to Bodh Gaya. Actually, I had gone to Anuradhapura and all that, which I already shared you the story. But I didn't share you the story of our tour to Bodh Gaya. So he came to India. He wanted to visit Bodh Gaya. So said, yeah, come, we'll go. So since I was in a travel industry, I organized it to my office. So we went. He has brought a book. The book says what all to be done. He was doing it. I was watching it. I was feeling, why is he doing all of this? But he's revering it, which is Sila Vitta Paramasa. Paramasana, Sammasana. It's another key word in Buddha teaching. We have already spoken over it. When you have Paramasa, you're on a wrong side of the equation. Reason being, Paramasana means unnecessary attachment to something which is not even true. It has no ounce of truth in that. Why? You go and sit in Bodh Gaya. That temple was in ruins. Before, Lord Cunningham excavated it. That means till that time what happened? It was in the mold of mosses and other kind of things. And Bhaktiar Khilji, when he came there, he has cut all that Buddha statue and other things. And then there was immediately when you go there, there's a big pavilion that was removed. So after English, Lord Cunningham, who was a surveyor, he felt very happy and he restored it to whatever we see today. And thrice that tree has been burnt. That tree where we have all of that. If any sensible person who is an Arya would see the impermanence of it rather than permanency of it. Right? If you're saying anicca is impermanence, Why doesn't he take it to this to be also impermanent? He takes it permanent. You see this fun. He associates with it. Puttujan. Now there is sukha. Yes or no? When you land in Bodh Gaya, automatically you are in sukha. As though that tree is giving you that, as though that place is giving you that. And it is Atta. I went to Bodh Gaya. You see how much Buddha Dhamma we really see. It's funny. On one side, I'm saying Buddha Dhamma is Anicca Dukkha Anatta. On the other side, I go exactly opposite of it. I see permanency in that temple. Yes, Ashwin.
But again, the another part, Shraddha is also has to be built, correct? That
Wait, I'm
that
good.
is for Pruthugjan. That for Pruthugjan, definitely.
Yeah. It's for Putujan, not for an
Yeah.
Arya. Not for an Arya.
Correct. Yeah.
So every now and then, people go to Bodh Gaya. They would have gone just last month. Then again, they book a train ticket or a flight ticket. Again, they go there. Again, they go there. Again, they go there. Why? As long as a person is a putujjana, like a child, for a person, Bodh Gaya is a toy. He doesn't want to lose his toy. So what does he do? The toy cannot come to his home. Rather, he goes and meets the toy. Because a toy. And while I was sitting with Lasanta, one funny thing happened. There were people who were collecting the leaves, wondering, seeing how much faith they have in Buddha. Which idiot will collect a leaf? And apart from Bodh Gaya, that tree is there everywhere. Why don't you collect leaves from every tree? A tree is a tree. No. That's Bodh Gaya tree. That is where Buddha sat. Okay, agreed. That is where Buddha sat. But where are you sitting like a Buddha? Because there is Bhuta. The tree is a Bhuta. And the temple is also a Bhuta. It has come to be. So people go to the places of worship because it is Bhuta. The Buddha says that's a Putujjan. I pity them, is what he says. And what's the first sentence? He says, a person who has not met an Arya, not know how an Arya is, will do all of this kind of activity. Right? It's fun. Now you can argue with me. Don't just take it, okay, I'm saying it, okay, don't go to Bodh Gaya, okay, I shouldn't go to Bodh Gaya. No, there is no Bodh Gaya, honestly speaking. If you come to Arya Magga, there is no Bodh Gaya because a perception, just a sanya. So don't go by perceptions. It's a wrong perception. And then you might ask, then what I should do to get into the Buddha? That's the Dhamma. Yo mam passati, so dhammam passati. That's it. If I'm an Arya, it's only that. No Bodh Gaya. It doesn't matter whether I'm in Bodh Gaya or not in Bodh Gaya. Yeah, we can go to Bodh Gaya. It's not an issue, but that's not where Buddha is. It's in the Dhamma, not over there. And for all that matter, it was a Shiva temple before it was excavated. Can you beat it? There's a temple record which says that it was a Shiva temple. Now, how did it happen? After the war, many wars, when the Mauryans were defeated and there were no patronage given any longer to the Buddhist temples, so it was abandoned. And once it was abandoned, it was taken over by a local king who then removed that whatever was there and put a Shiva statue. And from that day, Gaya, not as Bodh Gaya, became Gaya. And then that became a place for Shraddha, meaning giving offering to the departed ones. Yes, Buddha is perceived nimitta. Okay. So let me finish the story. You'll enjoy. Okay. So then it was renamed as Matrugaya, meaning whose mother has departed. You go and do your ritual in that Niranjana river. So the rituals started. Then what happened to the Buddha? Nothing. Nothing was heard. One day, one person who was studying came to Cunningham, convinced him that there is a Buddhist temple there. And they excavated it. And there was fight, arguments. Ultimately, it was agreed that 4 Mahants and 4 Buddhists will henceforth continue to hold the rights of the temple. If Buddha was really sitting there, would this ever happen? Would it come to be that Bhuta would happen? And for whom are we talking about the Buddha? And hence Buddha said, never rely on me, rely on Dhamma. Ananda asked, what should I do when you're gone? And Buddha answers plainly, Ananda, how many times have I told you? Don't rely on me, rely on Dhamma. It's so true. It has got changed hands with so many kings, so many princes. And after the English, it came back to India. And Dharmapala from Sri Lanka fought in India from 1800 and odd to get the ownership for the Buddhist. And he couldn't win the battle. And even today, as it stands, it's divided among Hindus and the Buddhists. Nothing can be done. On top of that, there's a mosque next to it. So now the Muslims say, it's our land. Have fun. Right? And there's a temple also. There's a Hindu temple. There is this Bodh Gaya temple. Then there is a mosque. So we have all the 3 religious identities. Because it's Bhuta. It's come to be. Yes, Aryu.
Yeah, now you're mentioning this, I was reminded of this wall in Israel, which is considered by three different people as three
Exactly.
different.
The Jews and the Muslims and then the Christians. It's called Wailing Wall. And that Gaza Strip with the Jerusalem is the fight of that only. See, all of these fights happen due to manyana. Consider something which is not at all there as being existing. There is fight. Now, when we go to Bodh Gaya, which Bodh Gaya are you going? Like we went to Shravasti, like two of my students. So they decided, Vilas, we'll go to Shravasti and we'll go to Jetavana. I said, which Jetavana are you going? Which Jetavana are you talking? No, I know all that. No, I got visions, this, that. I said, okay, let's go. Savasti. Went to Savasti. Is this Savasti? He said, yes. I said, stupid guy. This is not Savasti. You're imagining it to be Savasti. We went into Jetavana. What is there? Nothing is there in that. Some trees, some bushes, some place. You have to imagine it. It was like this. So I told him that the king and the prince developed this place to what it is today. Yes, Gopal Krishna, go ahead.
Guruji, it is believed that there are vibrations because Buddha lived there for a long time in Jetavana. So there are positive vibrations. That's what people believe that if you go there, so we can also observe those vibrations and sometime we will be get enlightened. So that is the
I know that. I know that. See, this is called manyana. That's what we are talking about in this sutta, MN1. You consider all of these things to be true. Yes, Saryu.
Yeah, I guess it's not to say that the vibration is not there. Just like if I go and meet Vilas, there will be vibrations, which helps with, all that.
Yes, it definitely helps. I'm not denying it.
But it doesn't mean Vilas is real, like in that.
Yes, exactly. That's what I wanted to say. Is that what Gopal Krishna is saying or what Archana is saying is right. There is vibration. I don't deny there's no vibration. But if you hold on to that view, there is vibration, is an attachment to that. And when you attached, you are out of Arya. Arya Magga is non-attachment. Please remember, even to the Buddha teaching, you should be non-attached. Because if you want to get into Arhat, there's nothing called as Buddha teaching also. In fact, that's what he asked in Mahatanha Sankaya Sutta. He asked this question, monks, do you understand what I'm saying? Are you going to use this to hold on to it or use it as a raft to cross the river? And your answer should be, I'm using the Dhamma to cross the river. Of what? Of birth and death cycle. That's it. We don't have to be immersed in unnecessary quarrels and unnecessary disputes and unnecessary arguments on anything. And hence Buddha says, my Dhamma is non-argumentative and non-quarrelsome. People unnecessarily quarrel with me, but my Dhamma is non-quarrelsome. Why? He goes by nature. There is no personal teaching at all in the Buddha. It's just the nature. Dharma means what? Exact nature. If you are angry, you get hit right now. That's it. You will burn yourself. If you are having metta, you will enjoy right now. There's nothing like next life you'll enjoy. No, right here. If you're angry, upset for some reason, you're going to burn yourself. Nobody's going to burn out for you. You're burning yourself. If I have an old emotion, which I don't want to let it go. Nobody can remove it except for myself. You better leave it. Otherwise, you're going to cry, you're going to suffer, you're going to be upset. And no thing in the nature will come and say, my dear, how much you're suffering. No. You want it, you get it. You don't want it, you will not get it. That's only two things. You want it, right? Take it. You don't want it, you'll never get it. Nature is very straightforward. There's no hanky-panky things in nature. If you provide an environment, if you first condition the environment, you get as per that environment. Let me say that if I want to remain upset, that's a bhuta. Nature will give you that opportunity. Okay, be upset. Absolutely. Enjoy. And I'll say that I don't want to be upset. Okay. I don't care whether you're upset or not upset. You don't want to be upset? Fair. Enjoy. It's not going to come and say that, you know what, you shouldn't be enjoying or you shouldn't be suffering. No. Dhamma is nature. Just the nature of things. Anything that is in nature. What? What is in nature? Arising and passing away is in nature. Anything that arises will pass away. So if Bodh Gaya is real, that means it's neither arising and ceasing. It is not true. Because it's Bhuta. Any Bhuta will arise and pass away. Any Bhuta. This Bhuta has come. It's going to pass away. Very soon, the Bhuta will only be remembered in a memory. How soon, we don't know. Maybe 50 years from today, maybe 30 years from today, maybe 20 years from today, maybe 10 years from today, maybe 5 years from today, maybe right now. We don't know. It's Bhuta. So how can you rely on a Bhuta? And hence, in Indian languages, Bhuta means ghost. Because it changes form. It doesn't stay. It can be one thing today, it can be another thing tomorrow. We don't know. And Buddha asked, aren't you a stupid person to take Bhuta to be true? So manyana, don't consider, don't take it. If you think your suffering is because you're taking it to be real, if you take daughter to be real, you'll suffer. If you take son to be real, you'll suffer. You'll take wife and husband and all of this to be real, you're going to suffer. How? When they leave the home, you suffer. Which home? This home, obviously, they leave this and go away. Then what happens? You take it to the cremation ground. That's it. There's nothing else you can do. The Bhuta is gone. It was existing. Now it ceases from existence. It has come to be. It has been formed. So it's going to go away. A temple was built. Temple can be removed. A mosque was built. Mosque can be removed. A church was built. Church can be removed. Everything that was there can be removed. Just a meteorite falling on earth can remove everything. It doesn't matter from where it is falling and why it is falling. It can remove existence in a second. Because that is Bhuta. Yes, Shweta, go ahead. Shweta, I can't hear you. You're on mute in case you're talking. So let's understand from a Puttujana perspective, he takes it to be real. So we take wife to be real, husband to be real, house to be real, car to be real, because it's Bhuta. And that's why the Puttujana is called as a toddler. The meaning of Puttujana means what? Child. Just a child. He wants a toy. So for a husband, wife is a toy. For a wife, husband is a toy. For both of them, children are toys. And for all of them, the car is a toy, house is a toy, the place they are staying is a toy. Everything is a toy. Just a toy, just a toy, just a toy. Keep on collecting toys. That's it. It need not be like, he's a 5-year-old. No, he can be a 50-year-old. It can be 70-year-old. It can be 90-year-old. It doesn't matter. Year doesn't matter. What matters is Bhuta. And that's what matters. So he takes it to be true. Take it. Enjoy. So when we come to Arya, I don't know whenever we come, we are still in the fourth one now. So whichever day we come, then you will see a cannon flying at you, how Buddha hits at you. He's still not started on Pathavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, Bhuta, Deva, Brahma, Pajapati, all that. You see the fun. Like that. Presently, let us be Puttujana. Yes, are you?
Yeah, I guess a different word for Bhuta is thing.
What? Tamed.
Thing, like a thing. Thin.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, Bhuta is also a thing, just a thing. Prepared, made up. Right. So when I come to San Francisco, if I feel there is San Francisco, there is no difference between me and a Puttujana. They both are same. Because there is delight. You see, when I come to San Francisco, there's a delight. I say, hey, you know what? I love this, I love that. Then you can brand it, Ariu. You can say, you know what? I spent my flight ticket on a Puttujana. I sponsored a Puttujana to come to United States. Yes.
But even an anagami can be Puttujana like 5% of the time.
Yes, little bit. But Puttujana is a Puttujana. He will delight. The only difference between a Puttujana Anagami and a Puttujana Sotapanna is that Anagami doesn't have Kamachanda and Vyapada. So there's no enjoyment of senses. So while you see me, while you and Chirag and all of these guys see me in 2-3 days' time, you have to watch out whether I'm enjoying the Kamachanda or not. That's an assignment for you. If you find, throw me out of house. Simple. So you don't have to be, what I can say, compassionate on that direction. It's fake. A fake guru, if you want to say, or a fake teacher. But if you don't find even a stain of sensuality, you can revere that person. Because it's true. So you can find out. This Bhuta will show you. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't go out for shopping or eating or whatever. The Bhuta shouldn't be there. And Arya doesn't take a Bhuta with him. Ghost doesn't take a ghost. What is a ghost here? Vilas is a ghost. If I carry Vilas, Puttujana, yes, Arya.
I guess it's a ghost in the sense that when the body falls down, the vilas is gone.
Exactly.
sense.
Exactly. That's right. That's the reason. So if I consider I'm Vilas and I'm married to Anjana, and both will be dead, actually, because it's Bhuta. Bhuta means what? What has arrived. It came from the womb. It's going towards the tomb. That's the only part it's going from here to there. Now, if you take it to be true, where you will see that person? In the tomb. Simple. So, where would you see San Francisco? When it is pulverized. Sapta, Satta, Suryogama, Bhutta, 7 suns. What happens to Earth? Burns, gone. And what happens to the solar system? Burnt, gone. Nothing exists. What happens to San Francisco? Or to Bangalore, or to this place, or to that place? Gone without a trace. No one cares because no one will be there to care also. So they all go to Abhasara realm of existence. That's all. Samvata, contracting, vivata, expanding. At present, universe is expanding, right? So we are able to see the black holes going backwards and backwards and backwards and backwards. So it is increasing the space. So now we can explore the space. Then time comes a time when the black holes will start to reorganize and come near. So it holds on to the light and it cuts light, and the light cannot escape. That is samvata. If the light cannot escape, what happens to this body? And the light inside this body is eaten away. So that is samvata. So in Sanskrit called pralaya, it's gone. So what happens to the living beings? There's no living being. It's just a consciousness still now. There's no movement. And then again it starts when there is expansion. So again the beings come from the Abhasara realm into the Brahma realm. And then the Mahabrahma appears. And then starts. So the Brahma feels, I am the creator. So then falls down. And those beings who have greed and hatred, delusion keeps on falling and falling and falling and falling. And then all beings will start to take care of the beings, the plants and the trees and something like that will start to be produced. Everything is Bhuta. All of that is Bhuta. You can't rely on a single plant or a tree or a mud or whatever because it's Bhuta. It means it'll go out of existence. So dangerous. That's all what it is. But a Puttujana feels, wow, you know what? I'm flying to San Francisco on Sunday. He's looking forward. And Arya is the one knows the danger. Now he's Arya. He knows the danger. Puttujana doesn't see the danger. He sees pleasure. In what? In Bhuta, which is ghost. It's a ghostly appearance. So San Francisco is a ghostly appearance. From the top, you'll see the land, but inside there, you'll not see any land. Right? If you're on the sky, you can see Pacific Ocean. And then when you land, you see a part of the Pacific Ocean. But I will be flying for 10 hours on Pacific Ocean, actually, on Sunday. Because my entire flight after Japan is on Pacific Ocean. Then I dropped down into San Francisco. But that, can you see? And the earth curves. So I'm here, so it goes here and it curves, but I can't see the curve. So can you rely then? You can't, because it's curved. And hence I am able to go behind the timeline. See, when I land in India, it will be 6:30 a.m. on the next day. So these people drop me on the previous day, whereas I land on the previous day in the United States. It's Bhuta, it's ghost. It's literal ghost. And that ghostly thing, we call it as jet lag. So what to do? Cut the ghost. And then what happens? There is no time. If there is no time, there's no space. If you remove time and space, you're neither born nor dead. That's exactly what I should be doing in the flight. Cut the time and space. Over. So when I land in San Francisco, what would be the time? No time. And how long you've been there? No time, no space, no flying from Bangalore to San Francisco in real sense. In a conventional sense, I took a flight to move from Bangalore to San Francisco. That's true. But in real sense, I didn't fly anywhere. So do you feel exhausted? No. So you can start working from the time you land in San Francisco? Absolutely true. So do you get sleep when you land there? Yes, absolutely true. 9:30, I can again head back to bed as though I've been in San Francisco forever. Simple. Get up at 4 a.m. in the morning as though it is Bangalore. But it's 12 and a half hours, 13 and a half hours behind. Doesn't matter. Like that. Okay. There ends our journey into the Bhuta. Now we will do the further Bhuta from USA. Any questions? I think everybody's become silent. Silent means they understood a lot of things or they never understood anything. And seeing Aryu silent is surprising to me. Otherwise, he would have thrown some 20 questions by now. Yes, Gopal Krishna, go ahead.
Guruji,
Yes, sir.
this, at the conventional level, we have to believe that, that it is the truth. Otherwise, we will not survive. But at ultimate truth, we say we are nothing. But at the conventional level, that I should feel that I am existing, I am eating, I am sleeping, I am doing things.
Yes. If you know that you're just doing for the sake of doing, then you'll be the most happiest person. But if you take it seriously, then there's a problem because it's Bhuta. It's a ghost. It's a ghostly appearance, nothing else. And a Puttujana takes a ghost to be true. I'm not saying, Gopal Krishna, that we shouldn't behave in a way we should behave. So I'm going to behave the way I need to behave with Aryu and all the people who I'm going to meet, or if I go shopping or whatever. But deep within, I know it's fake.
Yes, Guruji. At the ultimate truth. So we have to realize that, and so live in conventional truth also for our existence.
Yes, just you are like a lotus or like a drop on a lotus leaf.
Yes.
It seems connected, but it's not really connected with the lotus leaf.
It is like detached environment, Guruji.
Yes.
You are there, but at the same time, you are not there.
Exactly. Neva sanya na sanya ayatan. When we come there, you'll see it. Neither perception nor non-perception.
Non-perception.
Okay. So good day and good night and good evening.
Good luck, Aryo.
Yeah. So then
Thank you. Yeah,
we are
sure.
going to meet. We are going to meet not on 23rd of December because I'll be still be on in the airport. Okay. 24th can't meet anyway. So 25th morning, India will be 24th evening. We will meet. I'll message, but it'll be 25th morning 8:30. Continuing on the Bhuta.
Aryo, you need to find one more category below Pruthakjan. We are not even Pruthakjan, looks like to me. Please ask homework from me to you to ask Vilasji one more below category.
That's okay. Putujana with Putujana. It's fine. I mean, at least we know what Buddha means in the Mula Paryaya Sutta. It's a beautiful sutta. It takes 3 months to understand this sutta, which is what we are going to do. Yes, sir.
Sir, I just, out of curiosity, I just wanted to know what is written in the this sutta. What is that? What when we are reading, this the flow is very tight flow. That is simply things go on very tight. But my question is, when really Buddha was giving discourse to all the bhikkhus and all those things, was he explaining like this and trying to tell the thing, or simply one sentence simply, and those people used to understand like that?
Very good question. Aha, I really appreciate you. If you were staying somewhere closer to my home, I would have gifted you something for asking such a nice question. It is like this. People who approached Buddha were not fools. Or in fact, they were not Putujana. They were doing things to search the reality, to find what is truth. None of the people who went to the Buddha were small timers. Nobody from lay ever went to talk to the Buddha. Okay. So the people who went and asked him asked good questions out of their tradition, whatever they were following. And hence, Mrityunjay, the problem with Sutta is it looks brief because that is all what is required for to make someone understand. So Diga Nikaya and Majjhima Nikaya are for people who are beyond the Neyya. I think we have covered this long time ago. So those people who went to the Buddha, they knew things. So they just had to be shown the path and they would just go away from there and start working themselves.
So that means they were destined to be like for in that stage.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like in Mahatanha Sankhya Sutta, Buddha is blasting Sati, the fisherman. You know what is his level of understanding? He's almost near Arhat. But he has a misunderstanding on the consciousness. None of these people are small timers. So when we read the sutta, we try to either see them at our level saying that I somebody like me. No, they are far better people. Okay, they question Buddha on their grounds, on their knowledge. And Buddha comes down to their level to explain. That's the beauty of the Buddha. Yes, Aryu.
No, I was thinking if Vilas was in one of the sutta, he might get blasted as well.
Yes, I would be. Absolutely. I would be ripped apart by the Buddha. Buddha is one person who is very disciplined. Just can't take him to be light. No, he's more stricter than any of the teachers ever known. And he, in fact, there's one sutta where he, you know what he does? He dismisses the assembly. Have you ever read the sutta? There's a sutta. He dismisses Sariputta and Moggallana, saying that you now go out. That's it. Go. So he kicks out 5,000 bhikkhus who are arhats also. And he just vanishes. And then the king Pasendi, they go and complain to him that, look, our teacher has gone, what to do? And Pasendi goes and pacifies the Buddha that if you go like this, what will be the state of all of us? Do it out of compassion to us. Yeah, we have done mistake. Agreed. Forgive us. And then he comes back. And then he asks Sariputta, while I was gone, what came in your mind? You know what the stupid guy says? He's an arhat. He says, when you were gone, I was thinking that I don't have to teach anyone, so I just wanted to sit and meditate. He says, where on earth have I ever taught you like this? He blasts Sariputta like crazy. The more strictest teacher ever found in humanity is Buddha. No, not even a ounce of giving any leverages. He's a very strict teacher. Very strict means too strict for people to even comprehend. But he's compassionate. Highest of compassion, but heavily strict person. And in this sutta, that's the reason nobody enjoys what he's saying. He's blasting them left, right, and center. They don't know what to do. They feel cornered. Yes, Aryu.
Yeah, I think it's a Chatuma Sutta, where Chatuma was the person who restored the faith in the
Yes,
Buddha.
yes,
So-
yes. Chatuma Sutta. Perfect. So we need to understand that it is Buddha is someone extraordinary. Too difficult to understand the Buddha. At least we have the Dhamma. That is far better. Otherwise, we are no different than a Puttujana. Because we take it to be true. There's nothing wrong in it, but we take it to be true. So it's not that I'm not going to see Aryu. Or when I land in San Francisco, I say, Bhuta! Hey, Bhuta, how are you doing? No, Aryu is Aryu. I agree. But you know what really it is. Yes, Aryu.
I mean, in real sense, it's the Gandhava who's meeting anyways. So it's not wrong to
Even
say.
Gandhava will break, right? So break. Anyway, don't worry, Aryu. We will now do it together. For next 21 days, I'm with you. Okay. See you in America. Bye-bye.